who wants to kick off on Majowski? Better than Ida? Probably too late. But Mark, would you agree?
I'm not so sure if he is, Paul, to be honest. But what I do know is that I liked Adam Ida when he was at Celtic. I thought he made a really good contribution over the 5 months. I've said in this programme, if Celtic need to go to 7.5 million, I would do it all day long to get Adam Ida. Were they able to get Majowski in? Yeah, absolutely. It would have been a good signing. I'm almost tempted to say, why not go and try and sign the two of them? Wow. They're both 23, 24, 25 years of age. There's improvement in them, there's development in them, and you can bring them in. So, and I know it would be hard to satisfy it, so I get that. But as we said earlier in the programme, why Celtic having to get a deal done for at least one striker is absolutely beyond me at the moment.
Girona have agreed 6.8 million, so it looks as though he'll be on the plane any moment, Barry, I would imagine. I think that one's gone. What do you feel?
Yeah, as I said, Paul, a minute or so ago, I think he's certainly good enough to play with Celtic or Rangers. In terms of Ida, I've got to be honest with you, I like what I've seen last season. I think he's a work in progress. I think he's one of the players that can improve. And obviously, if you're going to play under a very good manager like Brendan Rodgers, you are going to improve your game. But I'm very surprised how long it's dragged on, because as we've spoke about at the start of the show, getting into the season with one striker, I don't think is an ideal situation.
Mark, Michael is not alone. A lot of Celtic fans are saying, look, you've got to be prudent, you have to watch, but we know there's a lot of money in the bank. You could easily blow it in football these days. They're not going to do that. Is it fair to say they're stingy though, the board, or with 2.5 weeks to go? I mean, before the programme we talked about last summer when they spent, was it 6-7 million on defenders who've not played much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the time to always make a proper assessment, Paul, is the day after the window closes. Then you can decide if it's appropriate to use words like stingy, etc., etc. But right now, it feels as though, they're in the black for transfers in and out this summer. I mean, I don't get it. And for me, the transfer system that they've got at certain points is flawed. So just like you mentioned there, here's an example. Michael's mentioned Liam Scales, and I agree Celtic need to seriously upgrade the left side of their centre of defence, and that's nothing against Liam Scales. I think he's got a role to play at Celtic, but if you're proper, is Liam Scales the best that Celtic can do in that position with 100 million in the bank? Absolutely not. They need to upgrade in that. So here's where it's flawed. They buy Nawrocki and Lagerbielke this time last year for a combined fee of around about £7 million for the two of them. Why not go and spend that 7 million or up it to 8 million to go and get somebody that's ready to play? For example, a guy they've been linked with, Darrell O'Shea at Burnley, who's still available as far as I'm led to. Interested to see if he plays for Burnley tonight against Luton. But if he's somebody that the managers identified, then surely it makes more sense to spend 8 million in somebody he thinks proper than 7 million going to waste on two guys that unfortunately clearly aren't up to being first team players for Celtic.